Hello, my name is Tanya Coffin, and I'm going to be presenting this presentation on the Sydney Taylor Award. As I go throughout my presentation, I'll be talking about the award's background, its sponsors, the current status, how you can access the medallions to put on your award-winning books, and then I'll be finishing with book talks on the current award winners from 2023. The Sydney Taylor Award was established in order to be able to recognize the best in Jewish children's literature. So, a little bit of background about the book. The Association of Jewish Libraries created a book award in 1968 called the Shirley Kravitz Children's Book Award. The hope was to recognize outstanding Jewish literature for children and young adults. The committee focuses on books that portray an authentic Jewish experience with the purpose of trying to engender Jewish pride in the Jewish community, reading books with characters of their background, and also to build bridges with readers from different backgrounds. The award was renamed the Sydney Taylor Book Award in 1978 after the death of the well-known Jewish author Sydney Taylor. The Sydney Taylor Book Awards are presented currently now in three categories: picture books, middle grades, and young adult. So the status of the award and the current sponsors. The current sponsors are the Association of Jewish Libraries. The association is what puts together the committee and awards the books, and also the family of Sydney Taylor. Through a generous monetary donation from Sydney Taylor's family, the award has expanded to now include three categories. And within these categories, there are 3 gold medalists, one for each category, 9 silver medalists, and 9 notable books. So they've really expanded the awareness of great Jewish literature for children and young adults. And it was really important to the family to also extend the awards to include young adults as well. So if you have books that are award winning in your library and you need to add the award seals, you can go to the jewishlibraries.org website, go to their shop link, and for about $6 a piece, you can buy the medallions you need. They also have links where you can buy award winning books and also poster that includes pictures of all the current and past award winners. For our book talks, we're going to be focusing on the picture book, The Tower of Life, How Yafa Eliach Rebuilt Her Town in Stories and Photographs, written by Hannah Stiefel and illustrated by Susan Gull. We will then talk about the middle school level winner, Aviva versus the Debuk by Mari Lowe. And finally, wrapping it up with the young adult winner, When Angels Left the Old Country by Sasha Lamb. The Tower of Life, How Yafa Eliach Rebuilt Her Town in Stories and Photographs is an incredible, gripping biographical story. So if you want to introduce biographies to your younger readers or even middle school readers, this is a great way to do it. It's a gripping tale of Yafa growing up in this close-knit Jewish community called the Shtetl. Shtetl is a Yiddish word for small town. And growing up, the importance of her community, taking their pictures and her background of why pictures mattered. And then the invasion of the Nazis and how her family survived and how she held on to those very important pictures of her family. It goes on to show how she becomes this renowned scholar in America, coming to America, and how a request from President Carter inspires her to kind of go on this life mission across the world. And essentially, the quote that sums up this person is how rebuilding Eshishak, not brick by brick, but by photograph, story by story. So she goes about rebuilding her community by traveling and collecting pictures and stories of the people she knew growing up that survived World War II. The book has gorgeous illustrations as well as real life pictures of our main character. Just a fabulous, beautiful book. My second book talk, Aviva versus the Dybbuk by Mari Lowe. This is a gripping, engaging book I would highly recommend for middle school teachers. There's a mischievous Dybbuk, which is Jewish folklore, so kind of a ghost of someone who had passed. And the reason that they're here is to complete a mission or a task. So the theme and the heart of the book deals with the purpose of Aviva's Dybbuk and why the Dybbuk is there. Throughout the book, we see Aviva struggling cleaning up the Dybbuk's messes and how it impacts her. And you can kind of see the foreshadowing of her emotions when the Dybbuk opens. The book begins by describing a terrible accident that takes place that Aviva and her mom are struggling to deal with and struggling to keep their life together, and how can they move on from such a tragedy. And it's just a fabulous read to see the development of Aviva and her own self-awareness and recognition that happens at the end of the book. And then finally, the young adult winner, When the Angels Left the Old Country by Sacha Lamb. The two main characters are Uriel and Little Ash, which Uriel is the good angel, Little Ash is the bad angel or the demon. And the journey begins when there is news of a young Jewish girl who has traveled to America and ends up going missing. No one hears from her. So these angels, the protectors of their shtetl, take it upon themselves to go journey to America and end up not helping Essie, but a few other Jewish people along the way. And a great quote to kind of sum up this journey is that coming to America, the streets are not paved with gold. And I like that because it's showing the history of struggle that the Jewish community has had, and then even coming to America for fulfilling their dreams, there's still persecution, there's still obstacles they have to overcome. So this is a great fantasy book. And I like how the Aviva book and When Angels Left the Old Country, they include glossaries at the end so you can read through and learn the Jewish Yiddish terminology. So as you're reading, you understand what you are reading about. So in conclusion, I picked this award because I was reading through the list of past winners, and I absolutely loved many, many authors and books on the list. Boy in the Wooden Box is one of my favorite little memoirs I love to read. So powerful. Patricia Polacco has always been a favorite of mine, and seeing her with silver medals and notable books being mentioned, I decided that this was going to be the award I would go through, and I'm so glad I have. And I hope if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, message me, and I hope you have enjoyed this presentation.